now that we've identified the 4 phases, let's talk about 2 of the main hormones at play here and what happens to them during the different parts of your cycle. So in green is estrogen, and when you are bleeding, when it's your period, estrogen is pretty low. Actually, both estrogen and progesterone are low here. And then throughout your follicular phase, estrogen will rise and sort of peak at ovulation, and then sort of fall down. And of course, these curves are approximate. This is just to give you a general sense. And then progesterone also starts out low, but we really don't see it kick in until after ovulation. And progesterone is really important if you are going to get pregnant here at ovulation and then sustain a pregnancy. Progesterone levels are pretty important there, which is why doctors might test your progesterone levels if you have had a miscarriage or are having trouble getting pregnant, because these levels do need to be high enough to sustain pregnancy. If you find out when you're tracking your cycle that your luteal phase is shorter than at least like 10 days, if not longer, the time between when you ovulate and when you get your next period, again, your provider might want to check your progesterone levels because they might not be reaching sufficient levels here. So it's just good to know about these 2 hormones that are at play. You can see they're kind of like a little bit of an opposite trajectory, and estrogen is the one that sort of gives you lots of energy and makes you more social, and progesterone during that second half of your phase is more like wants to be cozy and sort of conserve energy. It's a very broad strokes, but that's just starting to hint at the idea that as women, at different parts of our cycle, we naturally have different moods and energy levels. It is not in your head. You are not crazy. You are not bitchy. Your hormones are definitely fluctuating, and you are not a robot, and you cannot be the same exact person every day. And so part of why we're learning to track our cycle is to have compassion for the different reality that we are in on a daily, weekly basis in our cycles.